It's time for Transport Line, the program that showcases the contributions of all modes of transportation to the socio-economic growth and development of our country, Africa, and the rest of the world. Transport Line is being beamed to you from the Center of Excellence, the state of aquatic splendor, and Africa's second largest economy, Lagos. I am Shino Ilegbede. Glad to know that you are keeping us company. How time flies, because it's almost 2 years since the presidential CNG initiative was launched. In fact, recall it was on August 2023 that Mr. President, as a fallout out of the fuel subsidy removal, launched the presidential CNG initiative. How far have we gone? What has been the impact on the road mode of transportation? Primarily, has it really affected the environmental aspect of our life, talking about road mode of transportation? Has it been an affordable mode of transportation? Has Nigeria generally keyed into it? These are the issues and many others that we're going to focus on today as we draw nigh the second anniversary of the presidential CNG initiative. Of course, my guest is an engineer who is going to join me to look at this issue. In fact, he's an expert on CNG. And he's my namesake. My namesake in the sense that he's Adesina Banire. But I give you a puzzle. Watch out. Before the end of the program, you know I am Adesina. He's Adesina. So you spot out which one of us is genuine African Adesina. Adesina Banire, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, pleasure to have you. It's interesting. I have call it a namesake, but namesake in another way. But we shall get into that at the tail end of the program. Let's face the main issue. CNG expert. 2023, August, when the initiative was launched on behalf of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So how far have we gone?
Thank you, sir, once more. And thanks to LTV for having me. Let me start by saying the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative was not launched in August 2023. It was formally launched in October 1st, 2023. However, it was cooked and then the preparations for the launch started in August. The journey actually began May 29th, 2023, at the point where the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu mentioned that subsidy is gone.
All those information are privileged to you.
Yes, sir.
As a media person, that initiative was launched, going to records, August 2023. But let's move on, because
yes, sir.
That all those are semantics. Let's get to the nitty-gritty.
I was part of the team that put up the framework for Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative.
Beautiful.
In fact, I was in Abuja in August.
Beautiful.
I was in the boardroom where the first team was selected. So I can tell you, internally, work started in August, but officially, it was launched October 1st. And we have young people here, they can Google it. Google is your friend. Anyway, so as a response to removal of subsidy, which of course has direct impacts on PMS hike and economic situation, the president decided to bring in an alternative source of energy, which of course his aim is to bring transformation to transportation energy landscape. And 21 months down the line, I would like to speak around 4 key things as form of introduction. First is awareness of the initiative. Second is accessibility. Third is affordability. And then final is adoption. And I believe by the time we go around this, people will get to understand.
More enlightened.
Exactly.
And buy really key into it.
So talking about awareness, I would say The PCNG has done a good job. However, change is very slow. And I think it's typical of every human, especially in a space like ours, where there is apathy when it comes to trust on anything that is coming from the government.
Do you blame them?
Anyway,
From my experience,
we are
no.
Nigerians, so
It's not a question of being Nigerians.
we can't
We
blame
are
them.
just here.
We can't
The
blame
experience
them.
we've had, how do you trust? Only
Yeah.
few government officials you can trust.
Exactly.
Few.
So that being said is one of the reasons why the response of the Nigerians has been very slow. At the beginning, the team lead, who happens to be the project manager, that's Engineer Michael Olongbemi, he himself and his team were going from state to state. As we speak now, PCNG has coverage in over 20 states in Nigeria out of 36, and with presence of conversion centers. And I was also part of a team that was in Lagos, for example, going from one park to another. Ojota, Oshodi, Maltu, Apapa, name it. And the people who listen to us, they will ask questions. And I think we need to do more with regards to awareness. And this awareness needs to go down the line. The mistake we made was that we started from the top. And when you want to change a culture, you need to start from bottom up. Yes. I give you an example of, in the 70s, the Nestle wanted to sell coffee to the Japanese after the World War. And then they put lots of coffee into the market. And the Japanese were not buying it. They were just very connected to their tea. And so they did everything possible, marketing and all of that. The Japanese were not, for years, they were not patronizing them on the coffee. So they brought in an expert from the US. And the expert looked at it and said, you can't change this culture. However, I give you a solution. And the solution he gave them made them to go and start manufacturing coffee candy, sweets. And they started giving it to children from primary school. So the children at that very tender age began to take candy, sweets, chocolates that are made by coffee. 20 years down the line, almost every Japanese are now coffee freak. They're now taking coffee. That is the strategy. We need to incorporate compressed natural gas with emphasis into our school curriculum. Until we do that, we have not started. We need to bring the awareness to polytechnics and universities. It is very easy for your son to convince you, sir, than for me to convince you. So the people we are talking to are the drivers and the park owners and the NURTW people. They will just listen to us and say, okay, mutigbo, and they will go back home. But if we go to the schools, to the grassroots, and we take the awareness from that level, it will be very seamless. So that is like a way forward from the kind of resistance that we've experienced so far in bringing the awareness. And I would like to say it's not as bad as it looks, though, because in 2024, the battle was fierce and it was tough, because we also had a team of people who were trying to solely sabotage this initiative. But in 2025, that's died down, and few people began to, buy into the initiative. So let's go to availability of CNG and accessibility. I would like to also let us know that out of 165 nations in this world that has gas, Nigeria is the 9th largest country
of compressed natural gas or gas
reserve.
Okay.
Natural gas reserve in the whole world.
In the whole world.
Number 9. And number 1 in Africa. Nigeria has a gas reserve of 206 trillion cubic feet, which can last this country 300 years. So we have barely scratched the surface. It's like we have just spent 2 years out of 300 years. So very soon, everything will be driven by compressed natural gas. We are just very lucky that this administration came very strong on compressed natural gas. We've had it all along. For example, I was an engineer with the Sahara Group, and I could tell you for many years we were flaring this gas. We were wasting it. So it is available, but the accessibility is limited because of lack of infrastructure. That is a major lacuna
So what is being done
in the
about
value
that?
chain. So again, sir, the truth of the matter is patience is a virtue. If you look at the independent petroleum marketers, IPMAN of Nigeria, presently they have about 150,000 petrol stations across Nigeria. And it took Nigeria over 60 years to arrive at that. This initiative just started. Conversion centers are just coming up. As of 2 years ago, we had only 7 conversion centers in the whole of Nigeria. As of 2 years ago, we have just very few hundreds of CNG trucks owned by Dangote in Nigeria. But today, by this initiative, we have over 200 CNG vehicles on Nigerian roads. Yes, we have about 65 CNG refueling stations. If we compare the rate at which Nigeria is growing with other countries, I like to use case studies. India have been using this for 30 years. China have been using it for 20 years. Malaysia have been using it for over 40 years. Their first 5 years was very slow compared to what Nigeria is experiencing.
Okay.
So I would say we are not doing badly, but it's just that naturally Nigerians are not patient. And because of the trust issue that I made mention of at the beginning, when anything starts, we first look for the loopholes
It's experience.
than for us to look at the objective of the initiative. It is typical of every Nigerian. So that infrastructure problem is majorly time issue. This initiative has attracted over $300 million in the last 21 months. And the target is going to about $1 billion by 2027. So we know where we are going. So in terms of accessibility, all we need is time. Now, in terms of affordability, sir, it is super affordable because of the availability. And because it doesn't go through the process of fractional distillation of crude for extracting PMS. This one is different. That's why I always start by telling people that CNG is different from LPG. LPG is the cooking gas.
Yeah, the liquefied natural gas.
That is a derivative of the crude. Why CNG is not? So it is, take for example, the base price is 230 naira per SCM. SCM is like scum, standard cubic meter. Or I can just say per liter, equivalent, okay, to petrol. How much is petrol per liter today?
80 to
Or thereabout.
1,000. Yeah.
Okay, so it takes typically around 10 liters to run 100 kilometers for an averagely good vehicle with good fuel system and plugs and all of that. So, however, it takes 5 SCM of gas to run the same kilometers.
Wow.
Do the math. 8 times 10 for petrol, that's around 8,000 naira, right? For 100 kilometers. For CNG, 5 multiplied by 230 is how much? That's about 1,300 max or less.
Let me briefly cut you. In all this, beautiful, what has been the impact of the average road commuters in terms of charges on daily commuting on a road, transportation? Of course, if your vehicle is not converted to CNG, you can't benefit.
Sure.
But again, you are part of this government background initiative, and I'm very, very happy from your explanation. You are more or less streetwise. So you can combine both with modern technology. You mentioned the issue of awareness. People don't know. I have no apology. Stations like this are where you should come and market and sell CNG programs. But you go to all those people that will speak Turanchi for you, that will use bull and the horse for you to do the analysis. The brass tacks is this: what is the impact on the average Nigerians in terms of transportation, either road, rail, and what have you? Because thank God, Comrade Opa Ifatu is going to bring in wagon-driven CNG. These are the issues you need to look at as a member. You get to them. So I just puncture you to let us know.
Very good. So let me just address the issue of the impact directly. There are two things. There is direct impact and there is an indirect impact. The direct impact speaks to the fact that the government, looking at the cost savings, that the CIP is Conversion Incentive Program. That is a sub-initiative under the PCNGI initiative. What that does is to convert, the goal is to convert 1 million commercial vehicles in Nigeria between 2023
And target good.
and 2027.
Good.
Okay, now we've done just close to 200,000 out of 1 million.
Million.
So there's a gap of 800,000. However, we have about 16 million vehicles on Nigerian roads, both public and private. So the federal government has decided to take just 1 million out of the 16 million, because we have seen that when the price of transportation comes down, the price of agricultural produces will also come down.
Yeah.
Which means the price of food
Food.
will also come down. In fact, the school fees will even come down.
Even
Because
health facilities
everything is
revolves
connected.
from transportation.
Exactly. Now, after 1 year, 6 months of this initiative, the presidency came up with a policy. All those who have benefited from the CIP program should reduce their transport fare by 40%. That is the first direct impact.
Have they done that?
However, Nigeria has also happened to that policy.
Okay.
This is what happened. I give you an example of a man that came to our conversion center and we converted a bus. He's an interstate man. He runs Oshodi to Ibadan.
Okay.
And so he came and we did it for him and he left.
You did it free
Free, it's free of charge.
Good.
The CIP is 100% free
for commercial.
for commercial.
Good.
The government gives us the kits and the government also pays us
For the conversion.
conversion.
Okay.
However, you must be under NURTW, NATO, or ROTIAN. Those are the associations. They come with their ID card, we take their information, and then we link it to the conversion kits. And then we also carry out inspections, sir. It's not every vehicle that is convertible. Some don't pass the inspection.
The test for
The
conversion.
test, yes, there's a level that your engine, your spark plugs, your transmission system and co okay, must be. Your shocks, your suspension system, because of the cylinder weight. So we check all of this before we could say, okay, you can pass and do the conversion. So that's the first stage. So this man, we did it for him and he went. So he went on a trip, Ibadan, to and fro. According to him, he said he spends minimum of 80,000 naira on petrol.
PMS.
Yes, naturally when it goes to and fro. And that day, he came back and said he spent 7,000 naira.
Wow.
Going 3,005, coming 3,005.
Wow.
We did a video of him when he entered into our workshop. Ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ o, ẹ ó ṣoríire o. You know, that he was nearly rolling
On the floor.
on the floor because it was alarming. What he used to spend 80,000 naira is now spending 7,000 naira. Let's calculate the percentage. That is over 80% savings. Now, people like that, the question is, did he reduce the price?
I was coming to that. For the commuters.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, in every Nigerian, there is greed.
Who monitors? No, you have
Hold
to
on, sir.
monitor.
We are
You
coming.
know your society
We
now.
are coming, sir. We are coming.
Yeah.
You know, there are two things put in place to check. Okay, one is a monitoring system for all the vehicles that have been converted, and two are the leadership of those associations to ensure that these people that have benefited comply to this.
The MOU.
Unfortunately, they are not complying. So it looks as if we are not feeling the impact. But the indirect impact is that people are getting to convert their vehicles, private vehicles, and they are now using the alternative source of energy, moving away gradually from PMS, which is now no longer mounting pressure, okay, on the subsidy that Nigeria would have been paying, okay, on petrol. So those are the two things about the impact. However, at the moment as we speak, sir, the impact is not really tangible on the economy.
The emphasis is on commercial. Government is doing it gratis. The private person who wants to convert, he pays for it.
Yes, sir.
What's the average cost? You've told
Between-
us the standard the vehicles, but what's the average cost? Assuming your vehicle pass
It's okay.
all
Test,
the
inspection.
inspection.
For 4-cylinder vehicle is around 1,1.2 million. That's if you use grade A kits. You know, there are kits from China, there are kits from India.
No,
there are kits from
not encourage that. You
Europe.
should use the global standard kit. That is the problem we have. It's like going to this spare parts.
Yes, they will tell
this
you.
is great. No.
Yes.
This is government. Let's get the best for the people.
Yes, sir.
Because at the end of the day, they will say, it's Nimbu. I went to his workshop. See what they did for me. Tell me, look, Oga, you want a good job. This is what it's going to cost.
Okay,
yes.
using the best kit between 1 million and 1.2.
Good.
Then for 6 cylinders like SUVs and co, 1.5.
Good.
That's the cost. And there are also some financial aids now. Our company, for example, has partnered with another company that finances conversion for salary earners. So if you want to convert the 1.2, the financing company will pay to us. We will carry out the conversion and then they remove from your salary in 6 months or 12 months, as the case may be.
Good, because I was going to ask you how you are assisting the private person.
Yes, that's one of
as regards credit.
Yes, that's
beautiful. Additional
Banire, yes,
he's been. I'm more enlightened because this is not the first time we're having discussion on CNG on this particular program, but we are better enlightened, and I believe my viewership too are more at home with it. And we get grips of it. Please tell them awareness marketing is very critical. Let them address those that are really there. It's not all these hip-hop stations that are grassroots oriented, stations. You have people that they've abandoned their vehicle now because of PMS. So they want to patronize CNG alternative which are being drawn or sponsored by government through NRUT, what have you.
Yes.
So again, let them make sure that these people that the conversion is being done gratis for them, they more or less implement the MOU they have with government so that people will feel the impact of what government is doing.
Yes, sir.
Additional Banire, thanks having you.
Thank you very much.
Viewership. While the program was on, you see my name, Chinelo Egbede, you see my guest name, Additional Banire. Did you spot the difference? The difference is small cultural imperialism. His own as H, mine is simple I. This is me, Mr. Culture, but that's another thing. Additional.
Yes, sir. I'm a new generation. I'm a new generation additional.
Gen Z. Okay. We look at you. But it's only those God blesses that are old.
It is. I will also grow old.
Yeah.
And God will keep you.
Yes, God will keep all of us. But there are certain ethics and ethos of life that one must observe.
Yes, sir.
And part of that is being compassionate.
Thank you, sir.
Make sure you are your brother's keeper. Yes. Presidential Change Initiative is here. Don't be your self alone. Everybody has to assist somebody. Empathy is the key word. Be compassionate. Till next time, bye-bye for now.